Hi guys, it's Sarah with Grassroots Evolution Tarot, and I'm here today to bring you a monthly message for the sign of Aries for September 2022. Keep in mind it's general, take what you feel resonates for you, disregard the rest, go about your day, and know that no matter what messages come through today, it's still up to you, your active free will, the choices you make, and the steps you take in this world to get whatever fulfillment it is you'd like to see. To me, that's personal freedom, it's personal power, and it's something that lies at the tips of your fingers and the soles of your feet. So my friends, use that power to do wisely. For all my subscribers, I love you guys from the bottom of my heart. Thank you truly for being here. You guys mean the world to me. And if you're new to my channel, welcome. Thank you for stopping by. And if you feel like it resonates, if you'd like to join this journey with me, hit subscribe, join my tribe. I'd love to have you along. So I'm going to take a moment just to call in Archangel Michael, Archangel Metatron, my team of light, and any of my spirit guides or your spirit guides that would be here for the highest good of the entire collective to join us. I'm going to ask them to use me as the clearest channel, delivering messages that are for the most far-reaching, but only for our highest good. So I'm going to ask them as well to guide, guard, bless, and protect myself, this reading, as well as any of you guys who would ask for it along the way as well. So I just want to show you guys right now, I have some Apache tear, if you're Apache, however you say it, but it's kind of like obsidian and smoky quartz. Had a baby almost, but this is absolutely beautiful, and it is a kind of obsidian, but I was really drawn to bring it, as well as yellow calcite, and they're wanting me to show you like red jasper. I don't know if you can see this, but it's really important right now, I heard, to stay grounded in your truth, your integrity, your autonomy, and what I heard is your willingness to be present and create change, because this right here, this yellow as well, this is our solar plexus, right? Our movements, our actions, as well as the sun, my friends. So I feel like what I heard is changes on the horizon, and change is coming, and it's up to us to be ready for it, okay? So let's see what we got, Aries. We're going to start off here with the Messages of Life Oracle. This is what the box looks like. Now, it may be new. This is an old copy of this deck, but I have seen people using the cards. They're a little bit different. So if you like them and you wanted to look them up, they're called Messages of Life. So a whole lot has been coming out, and the bottom of the deck says, I discover who I am. For all the readings I've done so far, this deck has wanted to talk, and I feel like it's because, first off, I heard, I haven't done a reading in a while, but second, we're all on this spiritual ascension journey, and it's about to get kicked up a notch. So, the bottom, we have, I discover who I am. I no longer put myself down or see myself as having limitations. I discover my inner wealth and become aware of my true self. I am in touch with all of my needs, and I am not concerned about the judgments of others. I marvel at the beauty and the possibilities available to me as a being of light. I learn to recognize what is divine in me. Openness. Look at that. That's the door to the infinite. And for what I heard as well is you have that in your mind space, in your inner temple. When we go into meditation space, even if, we're not doing traditional meditation, if we sit and do a few deep breaths in and out and we visualize in our mind this door, what I want you guys to do, if you want to do that exercise, imagine going through that door. And what do you see on the other side? How does it make you feel? I know right now my heart is welling up, because whatever is on that other side of that door to the infinite is going to fulfill your heart's desires. And I feel like it's really important that you want to move through with openness on what this world has to offer. So it says, if one door closes, another opens. Trust the universe. I trust myself, and I trust life. Okay, I need to tell you guys this, because before I keep going, there's this meme, it's a joke, but it's like, if one door closes, another opens, get the heck out, your house is haunted. Well, you may want to smudge if that's happening, definitely, and assert your dominance, like you are not leaving, and that is unacceptable. Say that for some of this could be someone trying to get your attention too in the spirit realm, like, if you're trying to get my attention, this is scaring me, let's use a different way. Or you can set intentions and boundaries as well with spirit, that they come at a better time for you. So during the day, something like that. But I digress. It says, I have faith that something even better is coming. I let go and reconnect with the flexibility that opens me to infinite possibilities. I welcome with humility and without judgment all the doors that God opens for me or before me. And you see here, I want to show you again, I discover who I am. This dove, this white dove, this symbol of peace, it comes from our heart center. And it comes as well, I feel like, when, if you look, she's wearing a crown when you accept your anointing. Ooh, I also heard when we stop dwelling so much on the physical, our physical surroundings. So this could also be like we need to be open. Like, for example, we may be feeling like we need to make a move. They're giving me the house option, okay? But like, I'm really attached to my house. I need a bigger house, trust me. But there's that moment where there's the hesitation because you're happy. Even though you need something different, your needs have outgrown. So there may be a place in your world where you're very happy in this comfortable space and we really enjoy what's going on. But let's say we've had more kids, or we're having kids, or the kids have kind of left the nest and it's too much for us to upkeep, so we're wanting to downgrade. Either way, there's a lot of emotions in what we have to do, right, to let go of this home, because this has been our dwelling place. I think that this is also within us important, that we're always the dwelling place. So if we're getting too attached to a place, remember that that saying, home is where the heart is. Well, our heart is here, our heart is with our family, and we can make home wherever we go. So trusting, never alone, self-love, baby. I grow step by step. I welcome life as it presents itself to me. I no longer struggle, but take each step on my path to fulfillment with faith and abandon. I do not need to fight the flow of life, as I have nothing to prove. I continue to be light even during times of hardship. I know all things will fall into place for my own greater good. And that really is faith. And I think that this is where, you know, when they're like this spiritual journey, this ascension journey, it's about to get kicked they said it's about to get kicked the F up, because things are really starting to be, what I heard is set in place. So even lessons that we learned, or spiritual work that we've done, even I heard like you haven't deviated from God's plan, source plan, your plan that you set out before we jumped into this mission. You stayed that course. And for some of you, this is hard work, right? So this says, I continue to be light even in times of hardship, because I think that for so many of you, that's what you do for other people in your worlds as well. You are light in times of hardships, in times of difficulty. You bring changes. And I heard people look up to you for this, and you may not even see it, you know, all the time within yourself. But be strong and confident, my friend, because the world needs you. And fend off the haters. Put yourself in this huge energetic bubble. I heard, call on Archangel Michael, ask him to protect you in this giant shield of light. And then to put his sword down through the middle that only he can remove. You're protected, my friends. Call on your angels, call on your guides. What I heard is they want to work with you very badly. They just want you to use your free will to activate this. So, I live each situation in the light. I do not dramatize my life, but live with a sense of humor. I remain in harmony no matter what happens. I am not misled by my ego. I hope you can hear me over that as well. But that incites me to anger and panic. I let go, I trust God, and remain in touch with His love, thus increasing my own spiritual strength. And I feel like for some of you, if you have ever really, like, if spirits tested you, or if you have, you know, especially on the beginning of this journey, right, really had to hand over faith and just have faith that this is for my highest good, and I'm going to go through with this plan. Spirit's like, they're going to reward you now. I just saw a garbage truck drive by, and what I heard is they're going to take out the trash. So what I heard as well is be ready for a time of clearing. I pulled some ruins, and they want to tell me this was for myself, but there was a few of them that came up. One was outside sources, or like basically the universe, right? And like the sun. And then there was another one that was Thor, power, changes. And I looked at that, and it was so interesting because, you know, for some of you, you may also have an affinity for Thor, or with Thor, with thunder, with lightning. Also, I believe if you have Disney Plus in Canada, Thor, Love and Thunder comes out today. So I know what my plans are later. But I think that it's just really important for you to remember, again, and I've mentioned this in other readings, but when I think of Thor, I always think of you are always worthy of that hammer, right? There is never a point in your world where you're still not you and you don't have that power. We may not always feel as powerful, absolutely, that's true, but we're always worthy of that power, and we can always harness that hammer. So, trusting that you're never alone, growing through what we go through, and I want to read you this self-love before we get into the tarot. It says, I love myself and accept who I am as I am. It is not my ego that I love, rather it is what is divine in me, the purity of my being. I take the time to care for myself and to enjoy life. In doing so, I stop searching for the external things that create only an illusion of filling my emptiness. And I find that as well, you know, the more you focus on, you know, your goals and what you need to do and your plans and what makes you happy and excites you, the more love you just have in general in your world. So this is important to treat ourselves well. And I'm hearing like 3 things. If you're having trouble, especially if any of you kind of suffer from depression, or I heard ADHD or something like that too, where kind of like me, man, I have trouble sometimes getting tasks done because it seems overwhelming. And I was watching someone who was talking about instead of looking at all the stuff that needs to be done, do the shortest thing. Find something that's going to take you like 2 minutes, 2-3 minutes, and do that. And then do something else. And then before you know it, you're doing all these little tasks and a bunch of stuff has got done. It doesn't seem so overwhelming. This is the same thing in terms of if we are kind of feeling like really depressed and or if we're in grief, if we're having trouble with our day-to-day, we should make sure that we eat. When you get hungry, make it a priority. Eat. If your goals don't have to be hella crazy, it could be, you know what, today I fed myself a couple times. I drank water, not just coffee. And I also heard like you want to fill your body with good, healthful food, stuff that's going to nourish and sustain you. What they're saying to me is like not junk food, something that's going to make us spike and then crash and then get hungry after, balancing out blood sugars. This is shit self-love too. Okay, so I'm going to be really honest with you guys. My kids are back in school, and this week I've had to really rein my nutrition in. Be like, you know what, you're hungry, eat your breakfast. It's time for lunch. And just making sure that, you know, getting back into routine. So taking care of yourself, because like Spirit said, there's something big on the horizon, my friends. I have the Zombie Tarot here, and I actually want to read to you guys the box because it talks about ammunition, but I was sitting there reading it the other day, and oh man, I just thought it was funny. In the event of a zombie attack, get to a secure location, open this box, and consult the Zombie Tarot. This fully functional blah 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 blah, okay, offers value. So the deck offers value on life, love, family, friendship, automatic firearms, premature burials, cannibalistic children, and more. Some shit may get thrown at you, right? But what I heard is we are armed. And this doesn't mean we're armed with firearms or weapons or, you know, in the physical, because I feel like it's important for you to remember with Archangel Michael, even if you need that protective bubble. For some of you, I heard if you're experiencing spiritual warfare, we have the Four of Wands here. Oh my God. If you're experiencing spiritual warfare, just know it's because, my God, whatever, you have the Ten of Hazards here as well. Whatever is coming to you, this culmination, there will be people, energies that will want to stop this. So for some of you, I heard Earth Angel. I also heard Chosen One. If you resonate with the 144,000, we have been doing this for many lifetimes, and we were chosen for this for a reason. And what I heard for some of you is you are the no shit takers, the stand up for what is righters, the we've been persecuted throughout lifetimes. And what I heard is no more. So one of the things is with that spiritual warfare. One thing I've been doing a lot that seems to help when that happens, there's actually two I want to suggest. Because some of you may even know, I know in a lot of like the biblical community you'll use the word enemy, which I don't like, but at the same time, it is because I don't like it because if you put a person on that, but I feel like it's just that devil energy. Whatever that energy that's trying to stop you from your mission or stop you from your goals. But if you're feeling that, just say, you know, no weapon formed against me in spirit or in the physical shall prosper. I'm highly favored against evil, right? God protects me and God fights my battles. And you know what? Honestly, it seems to work, as well as, imagine, I'm rubber, you're glue. Whatever you send to me sticks back to you. Because honestly, it just returned us under. They're telling me, I think it's called bronzite as well. Some of you may have a very significant life in the Bronze Age, is what I heard. But bronzite is this beautiful little stone. But that thing, if you put it in your pocket, set your intentions that this is what it's going to do, it's going to protect you, it actually does repel, and it sends it back. So it's one of those things that you're just extra protected. But smoky quartz as well, guys, and Apache tear. If you have that, Apache tear, or if you want to have like little pocket stones, you could even use like a snowflake obsidian, black obsidian. Get yourself some calcite or something yellow. Remind yourself, even citron, and a little bit of red jasper. Take those around. Set your intention that they're going to help you, as well as with that obsidian, that it's going to absorb any negative energy as well. You're going to want to clear these. You can even do this with your hands, going over top, and just setting intention that we're going to remove any negative energy from this. We're going to help cleanse and transmute it, and I'm going to take any of that negative energy, and I'm going to shoot it off. I feel like rainbows coming out, because it's going to go transmuting into rainbows into the nearest source of water. Make sure you wash your hands after that too. So I think it's really important for you to know everything you've been working for, the culmination's coming. That Ten of Hazards as well, that is, you finally made it. It is self-made. And that Four of Wands, those zombies are having one hell of a party. That's the 1111. They're showing me as well 410. Some of you may want to look that angel number up, 410. What's this Ten of Hazards with the Four of Wands, please? Okay, so Three of Swords. I just want to show you how I split the deck, and then a bunch fell. So you have the Three of Swords was on the bottom with a heartbreak. The Knight of Hazards with heart. This is slow, and something is chained. I feel like Page of Cups was under him. I'm going to take that, and I'm going to take that Three of Swords. So we have the star showed itself to me falling itself on the ground, and I love this Medal of Honor, Badge of Honor. Then we had in the reverse the Ace of Cups, and then the Two of Cups beside it. I heard somebody has at once made a head over heart decision, and that's no more. The heart rules. There may be a need for compromise, and what I heard is for some things, both all things. Great love is worth fighting for, it's worth working for, and it's worth compromising for. Whether this love is, a romantic, whether it's a friend, whether it's your kids, whether this is, even your work careers and things like that. We kind of need to compromise, as well as we need to, what I heard is with even work and career, balance that out too. We need to make sure that we're present where we are. Okay, so the other ones were the Ace of Swords, Judgment in reverse, and the Ten of Cups. So you have the Ten of Cups. You have the Ten of Hazards with the Four of Wands. For some of you, there is a very significant relationship. Coming, I feel, back. Now, some of you, it could be that you've come out of heartbreak with all this self-love and risen above, and something beautiful and wonderful is coming to you as the result, right? It just means that when we move forward, we're moving forward. I feel like this could even be coming to new understandings of heartbreak and how being chained here kind of slowed down our process. For some of you, this is just a real reminder. I feel like what I heard is not to get, first off, too chained down to material things. Like, remember we talked about the house. Sometimes we need to look at it differently, that we're going to make more new memories and fill that bigger house or that smaller house with just as much love or more. Again, compromise to come to understandings where maybe in the past I heard we may have failed on that. And for some of you, there may have been like refusing to accept certain truths or judgments that has led you to your state of happiness and bliss, or that is about to lead you there. What I heard is not following the status quo. You always, you sought and you still strive for different and better. And what I heard is you're going to be rewarded for that. So I'm going to end with a parting message from the Dragon Oracle here. And this is by Diana Cooper for anybody who's interested. See what messages we have today, Spirit. Parting message for Aries for September 22. They're reminding me time's fluid. So the Emerald Dragon flew out, and I'm being guided to take this card. The bottom, as well as the Air Dragon, which says, helps you rise above earthly matters. Communicate honestly, brings inspiration and hope. See life from a higher perspective. Beautiful. And have fun with it. Those bluebirds as well. I know my grandma bear, 2 weeks after she passed away, I'd never seen a bluebird in my whole life. I went on a walk towards, my old farm, it's funny enough, and there's this bluebird. And my grandma's favorite color, like this woman looked beautiful in blue, and it was just her color. And I feel like for some of you, this may be loved ones as well. If you see a bluebird, or pay attention to the birds, but pay attention what you're thinking at the time as well. I feel like it's important because there's real truth and clarity. For some of you, this may even be stuff that's coming down through spirit, coming down in through your crown. What I heard is something about processing your anointing as well. This may be you, right? Processing your anointing. Like, well, frig, that was hard, right? Why? And then you start to look at, well, because you are strong. Not everyone could have handled what you've handled, right, in this world. And I hope that you see your strength. I hope that, I feel like as well it's important just to say, like, no matter what's happened in the past, to see yourself as the strong warrior that you are. Not get upset that you've not hold it against yourself if you've went through things you're not proud of and you feel like in some way this was of your own doing. If you need to give yourself forgiveness, remember that inner temple we were talking about? Go into that spot, and instead of walking through that door, Imagine yourself standing there. Maybe it's what's blocking you from going through that door. Give yourself a huge hug and tell yourself in that space, I forgive you. I know you felt like this was what was best for you at the time, but it's led us to a lot of heartbreak and ruin. It's led us to a lot of shame and guilt. There's a blue jay that just came through, and I was talking about bluebirds. I don't know if you can hear it, but he's loud. Give yourself the love, right? Give yourself that self-love and self-care, and let yourself off the hook so we can move forward with newfound vision and clarity. So this green dragon fell to the ground, and what I pulled out of the deck was the orange gold dragon from Arcturus, which opens you to knowledge for the new golden age. Carry the energy of the future and be a guiding light. This energy brings healing and cosmic abundance, which I was very strongly guided today to bring in green calcite as well, which would be heart healing. Some of you may want to wear emeralds if you have it. Wear green. Good fortune is coming. Align your thoughts, support your divine perfection, align with your fifth dimensional blueprint. Stay the course, my friends, because like this said, good fortune is coming, and you absolutely deserve all of the blessings in this world. Mwah! I love you all, and I'll talk to you later. Bye, guys.